Before anything else, let's pause here for just a second. Take a breath with me. Because if your mind feels busy right now, if it feels loud, restless, or full, this conversation is for you. Hi, and welcome to English for Everyday Life. I'm Sarah.
And I'm Mike. And honestly, we're really glad you're here with us today.
Especially if this is your first time on the channel. This space is about real English, the kind you use when you're tired, confused, stressed, or just thinking too much.
If you enjoy calm conversations like this, you can gently like the video and subscribe. No pressure, just a soft invitation. All right, let's begin.
Today we're talking about something almost everyone struggles with. Something invisible, something personal, something that lives quietly inside your head.
Something that keeps you awake at night. Something that makes small things feel heavy. Something that turns simple moments into long mental conversations.
Your thinking problems.
Overthinking, negative thoughts, worry, confusion, all of it.
So, Mike, how is your thinking today?
Soft pause. Loading. Please wait.
That's slow?
Very slow. My brain definitely needs an update. Maybe version 2.0.
Mine too. I woke up this morning and started overthinking immediately.
About what?
About everything. My schedule, my messages, my plans, even my breakfast.
Your breakfast?
Yes. I stood there thinking egg or oatmeal, bread or cereal.
That's not breakfast. That's a full meeting with your brain.
Exactly. And that's how thinking problems begin. Small thoughts that quietly grow.
Thinking problems are very real, but people often think they're the only ones.
They're not. We all have them. Some people replay old conversations. Why did I say that? Why did I laugh like that?
Or, my personal favorite, why did I wave like that?
Yes, simple thoughts turn into overthinking.
Another common problem is making things bigger in your mind.
A small mistake becomes a disaster. A short message becomes a mystery.
Why didn't they reply? Did I do something wrong? Do they hate me now?
And then later you find out their phone was just dead.
Exactly. We create stories that aren't true.
Another thinking problem is living in the past or worrying too much about the future.
Yes, thinking too far backward or too far forward.
And completely forgetting the present moment. That's why today's conversation matters. We're not here to judge our thoughts. We're here to understand them.
And to talk about them in simple English, so you feel less alone.
Now let's talk about something many people experience every single day.
Overthinking.
Ah, yes, the famous I think too much problem.
Some people don't just think, they overthink, rethink, and then think again.
And by then, the problem feels much bigger than it actually is.
Overthinking often starts with something very small.
Like a message.
A message that just says, okay.
The most dangerous word ever.
You read it once, then again. Then you zoom in.
You think, why no emoji? Why so short?
And suddenly your brain is busy.
Overthinking often comes from fear.
Fear of making mistakes. Fear of opinions. Fear of the future.
Fear of everything.
And the problem is, overthinking fills your mind.
Like too many tabs open on a computer.
Your brain says, please close something.
But instead, you open more.
Here's the good news. You can talk about overthinking very simply.
You can say, I'm overthinking again. My mind is too busy. I can't stop thinking about it. I'm stuck in my thoughts.
Simple sentences, very real.
Another thinking problem, thinking too fast.
thoughts running like a train or like a video on 2x speed.
Sometimes faster.
When your mind is too fast, you feel tired, even if you did nothing.
You can say, my mind is racing. I can't focus. Too many thoughts at once.
And then there's the opposite problem,
Thinking too slow.
especially in the morning.
Especially before coffee.
You can say, my brain is slow today. I need a moment to think.
And that's okay.
Thinking problems are not always loud
Sometimes they're very quiet.
until nighttime.
Yes, you lie down, close your eyes, and your brain says,
Let's think about something embarrassing from 7 years ago.
exactly.
One very common thinking problem, imagining the worst.
Your boss says, we need to talk tomorrow.
Your brain says, I'm fired.
And in reality, they just want to ask about lunch.
Here's something important. Most thinking problems are not facts,
They're just thoughts.
but they feel powerful.
And when we don't notice them, they feel like truth.
Understanding your thinking patterns is the first step.
When you can name them, you can manage them.
And when you talk about them in English, your language becomes more natural.
In part 2, we'll talk about what-if thinking, catastrophizing, mind reading, and negative self-talk.
And we'll show you how to describe all of this calmly in English.
Take a breath. You're doing great. So, if you stayed with us until now, you've probably recognized yourself at least once. That moment where you thought, wait, my brain does that too. And honestly, that realization alone can feel like relief.
Yeah, because thinking problems feel very personal, but they're actually very human.
Exactly. And now, let's gently move into one of the most common thinking patterns of all.
Ah, yes, the famous what-if thoughts.
The ones that quietly sneak into your mind and suddenly take over.
What if I make a mistake? What if they don't like me? What if something goes wrong?
And my personal favorite, what if my life is falling apart because I forgot to reply to one message?
Yes, that one feels very real.
The problem with what if thinking is not the question itself.
It's where your brain takes the answer.
Instead of staying realistic, your mind jumps to fear.
And suddenly you're not in the present anymore.
You're here physically, but mentally, you're living in a scary future that doesn't even exist yet.
The good news is you can describe this very simply.
You can say, I keep thinking about the worst case. I worry about things that haven't happened. I imagine problems before they exist.
These sentences are very natural, very real.
Let's give a real example.
Yesterday, I needed to make a phone call.
And before the call?
My brain said, what if they're rude? What if I say something wrong? What if they think I'm strange?
And what actually happened?
Nothing dramatic. The call was normal.
Exactly. Our imagination is usually much bigger than reality.
Now let's talk about a big word with a simple meaning.
Catastrophizing.
It means turning a small problem into a disaster in your mind.
Like lighting a match and imagining a forest fire.
I made one mistake. My whole day is ruined. I forgot something. Everything is terrible.
I said something awkward. Everyone will remember this forever.
Very dramatic thinking.
And very exhausting.
You can say, I made the problem bigger in my head. I overreacted mentally. I imagined the worst outcome.
Clear, honest, natural English. Another extremely common thinking problem, mind reading.
Yes, trying to guess what others think about you.
Even though you can't actually read minds.
But your brain acts like it can.
You think, they probably think I'm boring. They must be judging me.
But the truth is, most people are busy thinking about themselves.
Exactly.
You can say, I assumed they were judging me. I guessed their thoughts without proof. I imagined negative opinions.
These phrases are very powerful because they show awareness.
Now let's talk about future thinking.
Planning is healthy, but worrying too much is not.
Future thinking becomes a problem when your brain only imagines bad outcomes.
What if this fails? What if I choose wrong? What if everything goes wrong?
But here's an important question. What if everything goes right?
Exactly.
You can say, I worry too much about the future. I imagine too many possibilities. I stress myself for no reason.
Very natural English. Another big thinking problem. Being too hard on yourself.
Yes, self-criticism.
Thoughts like, I'm not good enough. I always make mistakes.
That voice inside your head is not always kind.
You can say, I'm too hard on myself. I judge myself a lot. I don't give myself enough credit.
These sentences are honest, and honesty is strength.
Do you ever talk to yourself in your head?
All the time.
Me too.
And sometimes that inner voice sounds like a strict teacher.
Yes, always correcting, always judging.
You can say, my inner voice is very negative. I argue with myself in my mind.
Another common thinking problem, replaying the past. Something from years ago suddenly appears, usually at 2 a.m. Your brain says, let's think about this again. You can describe it like this. I keep thinking about the past. I replay old memories. I can't let go of old mistakes. Thinking problems do not mean something is wrong with you. They mean you're human. Everyone has them, even the people you admire. The first step is noticing the pattern. When you say, okay, my brain is being dramatic again, that moment gives you control. In part 3, we'll talk about how to calm the mind, simple daily habits, how to respond to thoughts, not fight them, and full examples you can use yourself. And we'll gently bring everything together. You're doing great. Stay with us. So, if you've been listening carefully, you might notice something important. We're not trying to stop thinking. We're learning how to change our relationship with our thoughts. Because thinking is not the enemy. Uncontrolled thinking is.
Exactly. Your brain is not broken. It's just doing its job, sometimes a little too enthusiastically.
Very enthusiastically.
Many people think the goal is to empty the mind completely.
But that's unrealistic.
The real goal is creating space between you and your thoughts.
Space where you can say, okay, I see this thought, but I don't have to follow it.
Let's talk about something very simple but very powerful. Slowing down.
Not your life, not your responsibilities.
Just your inner pace.
One helpful habit is talking to yourself in simple sentences, like, I don't have to solve everything right now. I can take this one step at a time.
These sentences calm the nervous system.
And they're also excellent English practice.
When the mind is loud, the body is usually tense.
So something as simple as breathing helps. Not fancy breathing, just slow breathing.
You can say, I need a moment. I'm feeling overwhelmed.
Naming the feeling already reduces it. Here's an important shift. Instead of reacting to every thought, respond to it.
Reaction is automatic. Response is conscious.
For example, a thought says, this will go wrong. You can respond with, maybe, but maybe not.
That one sentence creates balance.
Let's talk about nighttime thinking.
Ah, yes, the mind's favorite time to bring up old memories.
At night, the world is quiet, so the mind becomes loud.
A helpful habit is reminding yourself, this is not the time to solve problems.
You can say, I'll think about this tomorrow.
Another very helpful habit is writing.
Yes, putting thoughts on paper moves them out of your head.
You don't need perfect sentences.
Just honesty.
You can write things like, I'm worried about this. I feel confused about that.
That alone brings clarity.
Many people ask, how do I stop negative thoughts?
You don't stop them, you question them.
Ask, is this fact or fear?
If it's fear, you don't need to obey it.
Negative thought, I will fail.
Gentler thought, I might struggle, but I can try.
Simple English, big emotional difference.
Now let's bring everything together.
You can talk about your thinking problems like this.
You can talk about your thinking problems like this. I overthink at night. My mind feels busy. I worry too much about the future.
You can also talk about solutions.
I try to breathe slowly. I talk to a friend. I take things one day at a time.
This is very important to remember.
You are not alone in this.
Everyone struggles with their thoughts sometimes.
Even confident people, even successful people.
They just learned how to manage their inner world.
One of the biggest mindset shifts is kindness.
Talking to yourself the way you'd talk to a friend.
Not harsh, not cruel.
Supportive.
You don't need to control every thought.
You just need to notice them more often.
Progress is enough.
When you learn to talk about your thoughts in English,
You understand yourself better.
language creates clarity.
And clarity brings calm. So today, we talked about
Thinking problems.
overthinking, what-if thoughts, negative thinking, fast and slow thoughts,
And most importantly,
how to talk about them kindly.
before we finish, a gentle reminder.
If this conversation helped you feel calmer or more understood, you can like the video and subscribe.
It supports the channel and helps us keep creating real English content.
Now here's today's question.
What is one thinking problem you have?
And one small thing that helps you feel better.
It can be simple.
For example, I overthink at night. Deep breathing helps me.
Or, I worry about the future. Talking to a friend helps.
Your English doesn't need to be perfect.
Your thoughts don't need to be perfect either.
You're learning,
You're growing.
and you're doing better than you think.
Thank you for spending this time with us.
Take care of your mind,
Be kind to yourself.
and we'll see you in the next video.